Good day, pupils. You're welcome to JC Bay School. It's mathematics class, and this class is for Basic 5 and Basic 6 pupils. I hope you enjoy your Salah break, and happy Salah to our Muslim pupils. So our topic for this week, we're going to be looking at what number system, and under it we're going to be specifically working on what standard form. But just a quick recap of what we discussed last time. Last time we looked at what long division of numbers, and we went ahead to what to divide what 2-digit number and also what 3-digit number. And we make use of what members of our family as a rule to guide us in achieving that aim. For some of you that make use of calculator in my assignment, I won't mark your work, so try to do it back again, follow the same step and the same procedure, because you're not going to make use of calculator in exam situation or in test situation. So try to work it out on your own and ensure that you have the same answer as your calculator. Okay, so quickly, our specific objective for this class is, by the end of the lesson, you should be able to what define standard form. We're going to express whole number in standard form, and also what express what decimal numbers in standard form. So I believe this topic is just what a revision topic for you. I believe you know it, and I believe you understood all what standard form is all about, and you'll be making use of what standard form. But still, I try to sit down and finish the video. I believe you're going to pick one or two things before the end of the class. Okay, let's see what standard form. It's a number that is written what as a product of what of a number a, okay, and a power of 10. So I have a number, I'm going to write a number a, I'm going to write that number 10 multiplied by what 10 to the power of something, and that something is what is our n. Our n is what is we call it what index, power, or what or exponent. We did that when we treated what indices. And standard form is used when number is very large or when number is what is very small. In the case when number is very large, we have to deal with what whole numbers, and for a smaller number we have to deal with what decimal numbers. So in this class we're going to be what considering what whole numbers, and on Thursday we're going to be looking at what decimal numbers. So if I have this, let's just give an intro of standard form. I have 1. If I want to write 1 in standard form, is what 10 to the power of what of 0. Of course, you know our rule in indices. Anything to the power of 0 is what is 1. Okay, so 10 to the power of 0 is what it's 1. So writing 1 in standard form is what 10 to the power of what 0. And what about if I have 10? If I have 10, it's going to be what 10 to the power of what 1. I'm only having just 1 0 here. In this case of 1, I'm not having 0. I'm not having 0, and that's why I have the power of what 0, because there's no 0 there. In this case of 10, I'm having just what 1 0, and that's why I have to what the power of what of 1. Okay, so the idea here, you pick the first number and every other thing at the back be treated as what as 0 in this case. Okay, so you count the numbers of what of zeros that you have. But in a situation where you have what 34000, that is 34,000. So you have to what pick the first number, which is 3, point what the second number, which is not 0, but that point makes you to add what the other numbers to be what 0. Okay, so you have 34,000, you pick the first number 3 points. That point means that every other number at the back you have to count it as what as 0, but you have to write 3.4 first, multiplied by 10 to the power of, so every other number after 3 will be treated as what as 0. Okay, we're going to see that when we do example. So let's write this out. So here we have 100 here, we have what 2 zeros, so it's going to be what 10 to the power of what of 2. Okay, I have 100. So what about in the case of I have what 1000? I have 3 zeros, or 10 times 10 times 10. This multiplication of 10 tells you what the number of what of your index or power or exponent. They are all the same thing. I have 310 and tells me what my power, which is the power of what 3. Or this number of zeros, if just a single number is at the front. Okay, if a single number is just at the front, you count what the number of what 0, which tells you what your power. So that's just all about this. So I have it up to the power of what of 9. So I believe all this, you've known all this, and try to what go through it and be sure that what you know is really what is the correct thing. Okay, so now we're going to be looking at examples. We're going to be picking whole numbers. We're going to be picking numbers, large numbers, larger numbers, million, billion, thousand, hundred, and we're going to be writing them in standard form. One unique thing about standard form, it makes our work very, very neat, and it also gives less space. It does not consume much space in our work when we are writing, and it makes our work to be very, very neat. It makes us to write fast. So imagine if you're writing 100 billion in words with the numbers of zero. Of course, there will be a situation whereby it's possible you can miss 1 0, or you can miss a number. So writing it in standard form makes our work very easy and faster. So let's see example 1. So here we are going to write 300 billion. 300 billion in standard form. So in billion we have 90, but here we have 300. So meaning that in this case we have 11 0. So what we are going to do, for us to be able to write this in standard form in a way that is very compressed, we have to move 11 times to the left. So we'll move till we get to the first number, then we stop. So the number of 0 here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if you want to write this as in product form, it's going to be 3 times times 100 billion. Okay, so since we have how many zeros? We have 3 zeros. We're going to write it as 3 times 10 to the power of 11. And that's written in standard form. You can see that the space that it consumes here is lesser than the space it consumes in whole numbers. So that's one of important of writing our work in standard form. So the 11 there is just us our index or power or exponent. We've done that when we did indices. Okay, let's see another example. Here I want to write 4,000 in standard form. 4,000 is our whole number, so we move 3 times to the left. Okay, so in writing this in product form, it's going to be 4 times 1,000. Okay, I have 4, which is my first number, multiplied by 1,000, and this gives me in standard form 4 times 10 to the power of 3. I have here 3 zeros. So 4,000 is written as 4 times 10 to the power of 3. Okay, very simple. Now want to write 431,000 in standard form. Now this is not just a 4. We have 431, a number apart from 0 that is added to 0. So in this case we have to write the first number 4, and the number apart from 0, which is 31, we put point and write the number. Okay, so the number comes after we put our point, and because of this point that we've put here, every other thing is counted as as 0. Okay, you understand this if you watch my video in long division. Okay, so now this 3 now is counting as 0. This one is also counting as 0, and that's because we put our decimal point after the first number. Okay, so since it's counting as zeros, meaning we have how many zeros? 5 zeros. So this is in product form. So we move 5 times to the left. So we have 4.31 times 10 to the power of 4. That's how we write 431,000 in standard form. So now we have 7,300,000. Want to write this in standard form? Try to pause this video and write it down. You see my answer next. So writing this down, like I said, you write your first number, which is 7 points. Every other thing is counted as as 0, meaning that we're going to have how many zeros? 6 zeros. So we have 7.3, which is our number apart from 0. So we're going to pick any number apart from 0, but the first number after 8 is counting as as zeros. Okay, so we have whole number, which is 7,300,000. So meaning that we move 6 times to the left, and writing this in product form, we have 7.3 sorry, times 1 million. So in standard form is 7.3 times 10 to the power of 6. So that's how we write 7,300,000 in standard form. So now writing 105 in standard form, we have 105 as our whole number, so we have 1.05. okay, 1.05. so despite the 0 is in the middle, you have to still pick it, right? Because the number that is not 0 is also at the last number, so we'll pick it together. But then, like I said, when you pick your first number, every other number is counted as what? As 0. Meaning in this case, we have what? 2 zeros. Okay, so even if you have 10005, so you pick those numbers together. But after you pick the first number and you put your points, okay, every other number you count it as what? As 0. That will give you what? Your power or your index. So we have this 1.05 times 10 to the power what? 2. Okay, let's see more examples. Here we have what? Our 63 what? Billion. Want to write 63 billion in what? In standard form. This is very simple. For billion, we have what? 90. But we have to count 3 as 0 when we put what? Our points, our decimal points. Okay, so meaning that we have what? 10 0. And writing this, we're going to have what? 6.3 times 10 to the power of what? 10. Okay, so let's see our answer. So this is in whole number, this is in product form, and we have what? 6.3 times 10 to the power of what? 10. Okay, let's see one more example. We have here 230 what? Thousand. So try to pause this video again and go and solve it, and you see my answer next. Okay, so doing this, we have what? A whole number, which is what? 230 what? Thousand. And writing this in product form, we have 2.3. So we have 2, every other thing is counted as what? As 0. But we have to put the number that is not 0, okay, after what? Our decimal points. So in writing this in standard form, it's going to be what? 2.3 times 10 to the power what? 5. Because what? We have what? 5 numbers apart from the first number. Okay, after the first number, we have 5 numbers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's see our last example for today's class. So we have here 2,420,000, and I believe you know how to pronounce what? Numbers in words. Okay, I believe you know how to do that. So in your assignment, I'm going to be giving you a very large numbers. Okay, you're going to write them in words, and you're also going to write them in standard form. Okay, all right, so let's do this. We have our whole number to be what? 2,420,000. We want to write this in standard form. So before we see our solution, let's try to guess our answer. So here we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have what? 6 numbers apart from the first number. Okay, so here we're going to have 2.42. 2.42. And in our point, after our first number, we count everything as what? As our index. Okay, as we agreed. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 10 to the power of what? 6. And our product is what? 2.42. So let's see our answer. So we have what? 2.42 times 10 to the power of what? Of 6. So that's all about what? Standard form. Try to go through this video 2 or 3 times for better understanding. I believe even if you know how to write numbers in standard form, you've learned 1 or 2 things in this class today. So standard form is very simple and it's very easy to do. So join me Thursday when we're going to write decimal numbers in standard form. Okay, the number is very, very small. Remember we said what? Standard number is used when number is very large and when the number is what? Very, very small. Okay, have a nice day and enjoy your stay, and don't forget to stay safe. Bye for now till we meet on Thursday.